The far right has won. Trump won in the United States, the Rassemblement National is getting stronger, as well as the AfD in Germany, Fico won in Slovakia, and many more such cases. The right wing seems to have gotten stronger and more mainstream. So why aren't we, the white Europeans, better off? Why is there no stop on immigration? Why is the establishment still standing even though there were countless of promises made to destroy the establishment? It's because this is the goal. Give people the feeling of control while actually screwing them over. This is Slopulism. What is Slopulism? If it wasn't obvious, Slopulism is a mix between the word slop and populism. Slop is a synonym for a thing that is low quality but high in volume. One example would be AI slop, for the huge amount of AI videos on the internet. Another example is Goy slop, which are low quality products like food or entertainment to keep the goyim weak and distracted. And populism is the political approach trying to rally and unite the people against the establishment, the ruling party, the elite, or however they frame it. Now, I consider myself a populist, since there is a corrupt and evil elite that means no good for us. The whole drama around Jeffrey Epstein is just the tip of the iceberg. And I think that we need to unite as people to take power away from them and give it back to the people. The issue with this is that most people are either corrupt, not well-meaning, or too weak to do it. This is why most populists fail. Examples for slopulism are Donald Trump, Nigel Farage, Alice Weidel, Viktor Orban, Robert Fico, Giorgia Meloni, and many more. But for this video I would like to focus on slopulism online and outside of political parties, because a lot of accounts that we like or even follow are slopulism. Here the examples are not only Tucker Carlson, Eva Vlar and Tommy Robinson, but also Twitter accounts like Lips of TikTok and Wokeness and Visegrad24. By the way, I hate that account so much because this is literally what an Israeli op to take over the right wing looks like. They will be anti-immigration and hate on Muslims, especially now on Iranians, but then they will chill so much for Israel. It's just crazy. They are really getting those $7,000. And it's like that with most of these accounts. They hate on everyone. Black people, brown people, Asian people, Indian people. But then they shill for Israel, Donald Trump, JD Vance, all three, or they just completely ignore the Israel issue. But we also have slopulism on our Israel critical side. Unlike the other accounts, they aren't controlled, but they just spam your For You page with slop the whole time. Like, yeah bro, we get it. Western Europe used to be whiter and more peaceful 25 years ago. No need to remind us 10 times a day with the same recycled videos. But in my opinion this is like a grey zone, because they help normies and newly red-pilled people to understand immigration more, but then a lot of them just get stuck there. So once you're aware of this issue, stop watching these accounts too much, don't focus on the problem, but focus on how you can solve it. The existence of slopulism begs the question why it exists, since you might think that once one of these people like Tommy Robinson red pill people on immigration, these people will fall down a rabbit hole and see the whole issue. And yes, this surely does happen sometimes, but these people will know a person like Tommy Robinson and then trust them. So when Tommy Robinson or another right-wing slop account tells them to, for example, hate Iran since they're Muslim and started a war, then his followers will think that it makes sense. They'll start hating on Iran and be on Israel's side. And that is the whole point of slopulism. It is to infiltrate the right wing and moderate it. This is exactly what these influencers are doing. And on a larger scale, this is what politicians like Trump, Nigel Farage and Robert Fico did. 10 years ago their fanbase wouldn't have supported immigration, but now they do because their leader said that we need immigration. But just because there's a lot of slopulism and it seems to be big, doesn't mean that it is over for the right wing. When I discovered the Slovak party Republika, I initially thought that they were a slop party like Fico his Smer party, since they made these good points on the EU and immigration, and I just got so much used to it that such movements are very pro-Israel. But then I checked their account and got a huge white pill when I saw that they criticized Israel, and this is one of the key factors that you need to be looking for. Does your movement criticize Israel? Not just the government of Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu, but Israel and its influence as a whole. Because only then can you be sure that they are an organic right-wing movement. But we must also watch out for the other kind of slopulism, which is just talk and promises with no real action. We must hold the people in our right-wing parties accountable and also pay attention to them. I will be the first to speak out if I think that the Republika or the European Group of Sovereign Nations is doing something wrong. One thing I'm worried about is Republika's and Milan Mazurek's growing popularity. With him being invited to the Remigration Summit, I'm worried that someone could influence him and the party in the wrong way. But that is just a small worry of mine and a reminder to pay attention to everyone in the movement. I'm Slovak Riper and I'll see you next week.